Hi and welcome back to another Bestestimes Reborn YouTube video. I'm your host Brad. It is 6:07 AM on Saturday the 24th of January 2026. 0 millimeters of rain since 9 AM yesterday, 24.1 degrees Celsius, feels like 29.1, 98% humidity, 7 km/h wind gusts, chance of a shower or two, 50% chance of 4 millimeters of rain, 25% chance of 10. Just to let you know, so when we're looking back, see what it was like, get an idea of the way the weather was this particular day, this particular time. But anyway, we're in town, getting a bit more detail. Sometimes I do the extra detail ones where I'll take my time and stop and show certain locations just to show for if there's any changes, if they ever do the town beautification type stuff or revitalization, whatever they're calling it now. We'll be able to see what it was like. So come along for the ride. See how we go. And we'll show as much as we can. Turn the face tracking off. The camera back up. Goes a bit wonky sometimes. If I had the money, I'd buy a new one, a new version of the exact same one. Because it's a brilliant camera. I've had it for like 2 years now. So just show the detail that we can while we're here before it rains. I mean, it looks like the clouds are going over us, the dark clouds, because it was a lot darker when I was coming into town. Where the Continental Cafe used to be, or Norman Music, street cafe. Over there where the tobacconist is. I miss the old school cafes like that. And the tidbits and that. Bojangles didn't overly interest me. It wasn't really my cup of tea. I'm not a big cafe person, but the Greek Cafe in the Centrepoint Arcade back in the day, best chips and gravy. Yeah, one of them I see as a taxi driver now and then. One of those brothers. Yeah. One of the maxi taxi drivers. I reckon it's him. Oh, it is, because I see him talking to his wife and the daughter and all that I recognise from the old cafe days. And but anyway. DB Games. So I want this to be as clear and crystal as possible so that when we're looking back we can see it in the detail as I anticipated it will be. So you can see exactly how the town was. I mean, okay, the lighting's not the best at the moment, but still, this is how it is if you're in town on an overcast morning. So gives you that glimpse and that full-on view of how it is, how it was. So if you're looking back, that's the way it goes. Oh, they have these free eskies that people can take outside the some of these chemists. It's the Terry White chemist. See the details on there. Like broccoli box style things. Polystyrene. You can see that box for the NBN there. Pretty sure it's NBN. When they first put it in, it was said it's NBN. Making a bit of noise, alright. Don't know if you can hear it. Of course people have got to graffiti it. They're crazy. Across to Rivers Advice and Insurance, Suncorp Bank, APM Employment Services, and Sundown Family Dental. I'm only crossing here so I can show this in a bit more detail. Gordon, there's not as much traffic around because you can sort of stand out and get different angles that I wouldn't normally get to show. Yes, be interesting to look back at all this years later. See the difference, see the changes. This is Owen Street, O-W-E-N. That's towards Good Council College and Primary School. It's got Toronto Coles, Rising Sun, and the council car park and all that direction. I'm walking around like a yo-yo, like that lady said to me one day. Yeah, I wish they had more of these around, make it a bit safer for people, especially where there's disability car parks, so people can get off the footpath a lot easier. So this is one of those more detailed looks. Like I said, like we stop for more. Must have rained in town sometime, or the council's been around cleaning seats and stuff. It is wet on a lot of these seats. Yeah, deco style rubbish bins. I wish they'd do up the locks on these, because people get them open and trash them. I don't get why they do it, but they do it. Nevertheless, the old Pattinson chemist, Donut Pharmacy, which moved to Target Medical, Target Health, whatever. Target Health Medical Centre. I've seen people drink out of these, but I wouldn't. Just never know what people have done to them. I've seen kids drink out of them, teenagers and that. Corner of Owen and Edith Street. And towards the Bendigo Bank and the Nova Hair Salon, the A&A Realty, Terry White Kmart. Remember that being Angie's Sewing Centre when I first saw it. When I first saw it that I remember. There's Art Deco design on these. These seats here, these benches, whatever you want to call them. And there's a fan on in the old chemist. I know they seem to use it for storage now. Sort of leaves and stuff that are coming under the door, I would say. The siren. Stopped. Wondering whether it was police, fire or ambulance. Say ambulance. Looked like it. And I looked down towards the mobile 24-hour. So we're showing as slow as possible. Panning around so we can get as much in as we can while we're here. Anyway, there's where K-Town Juice used to be, right at home. Where right at home is. Get some more detail facing across here. Towards Famisher's Cafe and Bite Me Takeaway and the new barbershop.
Total 2 kilometers.
That's my distance from home to now.
22 minutes 34 seconds. 2,318 steps. Heart rate 106 beats per minute.
Yeah, Bite at home. Make sure that signage is shown. In care and assistance. I don't know if I can hear a door opening somewhere. You never know. This is the Australia Day long weekend. For those wondering. Some sort of planters they had through town at this particular time on this particular day, this era. Been there for a while. For a few years now. Let's look back where we just came from so we can see more detail. Hopefully this is coming out all nice and clear. Would be awesome. It does. First National Real Estate. 46 Edith Massage. Open 7 days. Showing me florist up here. Rothney's Pharmacy. George Cotz's Rothney's Pharmacy. Vitamin Takeaway. And where Campbell Real Estate used to be, which is the barber shop at the time of recording this. Hopefully it lasts, the barber shop. So many hairdressers and barber shops. Like Westie's Barbers. The family barber out at Gundy Hill, sorry. And that. This is where Kennedy's Youth Agency used to be. This is Classic Nails and Spa. I remember going downstairs here when it was Kennedy's, getting books and stuff, but all the back to school stuff. Yeah, I remember that back in the day. Westpac Bank, ATM in the branch. Wouldn't be surprised if one day the branch doesn't exist, like the ANZ closed down a few years ago. And now it's partly Bob Catter's office. PSM. Where Scott's Florist used to be. And other places. Pigeon having a feed. Well, it was, till it saw me. Oh, there we go. Going back to it. And that little birdie over there. It's the Malik Centre, where Rockman's used to be. Ursula's Relaxation and Beauty. Therapy. The Asian store. Chemist Warehouse. So, if you're wondering, yeah, there was a payphone right here, or a public phone as they are now. That's near where Reese and Co Butchers used to be. APSM. Medicare bulk billing available. Right. We will be closed Monday the 26th of January for Australia Day, which is fair enough. Most places do. Taking a lot of tiles off. Taking a while to get it done, because it doesn't look good for the businesses that still exist here. Do people leave this sort of stuff here? So I probably talked on the phone for ages, because it's free calls. And there's a bin just up here, in front of Oliveri's. Oh. It's jagged. I'll turn back and show the signage a bit soon, but there is someone coming up behind me walking along. So, gotta be careful. Common sense. You've got a walkway. Hair Manor. Gel Stationery. So, yep, the top jagged sign is gone for now. There's the jaggeds. Front of jaggeds anyway. Yeah, a lot of people used to say jaggards, but it's actually jaggeds. Jagads. By the spelling anyway. Well, there is Continental Deli and Anita's Gifts and Souvenirs. Right there. Vacuuming out the Wealth Pilates studio. You can hear the vacuum cleaner. That's coming out on camera, but yeah, detail back here. There's a guy using the Westpac ATM, so I won't show that. I'm going to show that. Show the detail here. You'd think these were made out of concrete or something, but they're not. They're metal. So put my camera on there on a magnet during the Christmas street party. Yeah, it was mounted up here, the microphone and the camera itself. Mounted as high up as I could reach on there. Yeah, it's definitely not cement. This. Yeah, I was shocked when I first noticed this, about a year or two before that. Oh, when I was thinking, oh, where am I going to put my camera where I can take notice of it and safe and get a good camera angle? Oh, I can put it up here on the magnetic mount, place it across. Bob's your uncle, or Robert's your uncle, whatever. Did that and come out good. Camera and the microphone there. Yeah, glasses fixed and half Pilates. I wish there was a cover over these seats. But these, where the old seats were that were in these spots, were here before the undercover walkway across the street. So there was already ones there. I think got music pumping in Mouth Pilates. Nice plants and stuff outside here. We'll be getting in and cleaning up before classes. Sort of see in there. For history, there's no one doing classes, so a bit more fine to show. Brandon and Gullo, personal injury lawyers. She dreams in colour where Izzy's used to be. The Dairy Queen, etc. Brandon and Gullo. Burn Travel. Professionals real estate. That's where my choice butcher used to be. The Garner Pharmacy, focus on books. There's different ones. The Garner Pharmacy joined up with someone else and they become the day and night pharmacy for a while there. So forget which other one closed down and they become joined up together. The other pharmacy that was just here, just up here, where Brandon and Gullo is now, somewhere along there. There's that other pharmacy, I can't think of the name at the moment, for the life of me. Oh, I'll think of it once I'm not doing video, when I've stopped. Yeah. If you know, let me know in the comments. Hales? Yeah, was it Hales? Something like that. Anyway, if you know, let us know in the comments. One that was just there. I know two of them joined up and closed down and become the one chemist. There was a guy named Brett, or something to do with it. I remember that because you see the name on the door that he was the chemist. There's Rankin Street. Towards Larson's and all that, and the Shire Hall, National Bank, etc. Time is it now? 6:26 a.m. Across the old Hotel Grand Central. Innisfail Food Emporium. Our Valentine's used to be just there, but there's two air conditioning units at the top in that spot. Where the Empire Cafe used to be, there was a butcher there at one stage. The Brandall Business Services, it's the last place I know of being in there. There's nothing been done in there for years. Then all of a sudden, when they were building out and getting rid of the old ANZ, and not that area, they using it for storage and stuff, builders and that. Yeah, see how they break into these bins and all that. Just no real need to do, but people do it nevertheless. So this will be a bit longer video because of all the detail and that. But definitely worth it. It might seem a bit boring now because I can come in town and have a look. Good to support these sort of videos because people love looking back nostalgically, remembering different businesses and all that were around. Very very good. Caricature type thing of Bob Cutter at his office. Yeah. Well, people look very nostalgically back at Innisfail of yesteryear, and one day this will be the Innisfail of yesteryear. This will be like a local time capsule of the way it was. Yeah, it'll be pretty interesting to watch all these years later. Looking forward to it myself, to look back. Yeah, this is where On Ties used to be, where I was at the back of the other day doing a video. Living in a moment detached from the bothers of life. There you go. UKIYO, Hair and Beauty. Brows by Brie. Brows, lashes, skin. Open Wednesday to Friday. It's part of that. Australian Hairdressing Council. There you go. Hopefully one day when you're watching this, you'll be like, oh, they finally got rid of these pathers. And it's all what Pebble created and better. Be great. I'm talking quite loud in Brumbies. I'm just swearing away, so we'll wait until the chappie comes out of there. Unnecessary. If I was into business and they were, well, they may not be. It's hard to tell from this distance, but if I was talking like that, I'd just walk out. I'd lose business. It may not be. I might be hearing things. Oh yeah. It's a pop-up shop by Lorraine Jewelers. This one here. Remember when this was first put here? It was a little pub. This little part here when they first transformed the old Grand Central. Yeah, there's a little pub there. It's Lorraine Jewelers. There's people coming, so we do what we can. Show what we can. There's the Food Emporium signage. Yeah, one at the main entrance. As well, Food Emporium Arcade. Yeah, she's swearing. Not a big fan. So we'll get away from all that because we believe in family-friendly content. It's hard because I'm trying to show all the detail and I'm wanting to show everything, but the stuff like that, like, nah. There's some people that doesn't affect, but I always like to keep this family-friendly content you can watch with kids, Watch anyone of any age. Chemist Warehouse just here. Where Harris Brothers and all that used to be. Tidbits, Sound Tunnel, all these different ones over time. It was very outdated. It's still got My Choice Butchers in the picture. Good for history though, I like still seeing that there. Stodders, My Choice Butcher. Right here. I've got photos of the outside of My Choice Butcher on old new Innisfail photos on Facebook I took back in the day. That's our Asian store. Nova HAUS Beauty Studio. It used to be something Lashes, some number, I forget now. Remember this being the fruit basket. Yes, the fruit basket. At one stage, that's part of that sign was down. You could see a little bit of the fruit basket sign, so it's still under there. Would have been awesome. I was hoping they were going to take the whole sign off and replace it or something, so we could see the fruit basket signage and get photos and video. Would have been amazing to see. It's Rockman, so I remember that being Stag menswear. Show across the road and all that too. While we're in this spot. See the detail of the outside. Casa Regano. Casa or Gassa? Why they've done the C. I think it's weird writing, but anyway. It's their own. The Jagged's Cafe sign there. Jill Stationery. Etc. Yeah, I want you to be able to watch this and see detail. Like, oh, that's right. That shop's there. Oh, that's where that was. Okay. I was wondering where that was. That sort of thing. Get all that nostalgia from it. Rockman's closed down a couple of years ago. Alex Centre. Public phone. That's the way they had them at the time, these phone booth things. Not overly a booth, but there we go. So you can get a bit of an idea of what they were like, because they may change. Been the same for many years now, but you never know. 44 Edith Street, it's got written in there. Pause to read. You're going to read all the details on there. The details and things that are on there. How to use it. Directory Assistance 1223. All the details for Lifeline. 1-800 Respect. 13 Yarn. Kids Helpline. Men's Line Australia and National Debt Helpline. Detail on there. For any information like that, pause to read. The idea of what it was like. It's getting quite warm now as the day progresses, which is, it's normal for here for that to happen. Is that 46 Edith Massage, First National. This was Torrey's Pharmacy for many years, and used to have the camera shop in next door. I remember Kit McGrath being upstairs from here at one stage. And Uptown Tutoring. It was Uptown Tutoring was in there. And I remember MLC Life, the insurance lot, were in there too, at one stage upstairs. I think it's all just apartments and that now, flats, whatever. Yeah, I don't think there's any businesses upstairs anymore. It's where McGee's and Swingers used to be, the Leotas. And what, Leota's Emporium. Random Butterfly now. Been Random Butterfly for a few years now. Got photos of Random Butterfly being in Central Arcade, as it was. And Soul Food Emporium. I always had my random chats with this lady. She's nice. The one who runs Random Butterfly. Always good to talk to. No tropical clothing and that. There's Cherry Leaf Florist. Yeah, I don't think I've shown in this sort of detail for a while. I've shown in detail, but not as detailed as this. I like these old tiles here. You walk in and that, and these down here with the detail on that. Yeah. The old LED lighting type of situation up here. Apparently there's that sort of thing behind the McGee's and all that, the Random Butterfly stuff at the top there. Where the old McGee's and Swingers signs used to be. Apparently behind all that dark blue, there's all that sort of stuff. I've been told that in the past. There's anyway, an intoxicated person, so we won't show that. George Cotz's Rothney's Pharmacy. But anyway, it's hard to get these sort of videos when there's people around. Show as much detail. Anyway, we'll show down here while these people go past. A couple of people coming. Yeah. No. Said I'll have what she's having. No. Bite me. Remember that was Pete's? The bite me takeaway was Pete's. They had the best fish bites back in the day. Oh. Another tripping hazard. Oh, so many of them. Some of these pathers move. This one here looks like it might move. We'll try and show it. Huh. But some of them you walk on, they move. Yeah. There's a PowerPoint over there. Did not know there was a PowerPoint right here. I don't think I've ever noticed it. Because they've cut this stuff back. Yeah, PowerPoint right there. Huh. There you go. Outdoor rated PowerPoint. But yeah, this is Ironbark North Queensland Barbers. Far North Queensland Barbers. Yeah, Ironbark. Okay, fair enough. They're open 7 AM till 9 PM. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then 8 AM till 6 PM Friday, and Saturday 8 AM till 5 PM, and then Sunday closed. There you go. It's hard to show the signage. When it's open, I've noticed they put this barber pole type thing out here on these hooks. Used to be a seat along here that really didn't get utilised. It went around here, against right near the hedges there. That's where Bob Caddies used to be, the Mallet Corner. Commonwealth Bank. This is Ernest Street. Ernest Street, sorry, Owen Street. No, why I said Ernest, but anyway. Because Ernest goes bananas. Ernest goes to camp. Slam dunk Ernest. It's the real Famishers. Used to be just called Famishers back in the day. Yeah, real Famishers Cafe. Some containers for change stuff there. Of course, people have got to put their normal stuff in there. There's the proper bin there. It's all for collecting bottles and cans and stuff.
Total
So
3
people can,
kilometers.
it's for anyone to just take out and take to the recycling place.
2,500
Which is right out of Gundy, so it's harder for a lot of people that don't have transport to get out there. Across to the Terry White Kmart. It's the intersection of Owen and Edith Street. Soul Pattinson Chemist, the old White Horse Hotel. Hasn't been Soul Pattinson Chemist for a while. I don't know why they don't remove the signage. It's a Target Health Medical Centre. That's the way all this looked. If you were standing right here, this is what you'd see. Just do a quick 360. We'll stand back from the crossing because people think I'm trying to waiting to cross. So I'm not. A bit of a 360. It's a pan around. Down Owen Street. Hopefully you're enjoying the video. Let us know in the comments if you've got any memories and stuff of any of these places, what used to be here, and just name dropping of different places. Let us know in the comments. Feel free to add photos to old and new Innisfail photos on Facebook. Much appreciated. Built a good community of people that love looking back, and even up-to-date photos will become old eventually. So feel free to put anything a bit nowadays as well. So look down Edith Street. So we've already come across here before. Already been down this side. So I'll go back across. I just wanted to show the outside of here a little bit better. Yeah, definitely feel free to join old and new Innisfail photos on Facebook. Put your own photos from any era up. Be much appreciated. No, taxi. We'll get across here in a hurry. Right. One of the nicer taxi drivers. Some of them aren't overly friendly. Some of them are. You can see where they had palm trees at one stage. They closed it all in like this. Yeah, it was palm trees galore back in the day. See where it's a bit. Hey, the solar panel's gone off the top there. Sure, there used to be a solar panel at the top of those cameras. Might not have been. Maybe it's remembering wrong, but yeah. Commonwealth Bank. This is quite filthy here. Need a bit of pressure wash. These sort of tile pavers seem to be very hard to clean and get the stuff off. The old Bob Carter's office. It's across to EB Games, Terry White Kmart, Kalana Pharmacy. I think it's a mixture of Kalana and Terry White. It's still got Kalana written on there. It says Kalana Terry White in parts. Owen Street. The front of the old White Horse. I'm glad they got CCTV everywhere. Safety wise. Should be in a lot more spots. Waiting for someone coming, so I'll turn the camera the other way until they've gone past. Continue to get our video. Show how it was. Morning. Soup kitchen used to be the basement. Been a few different places over the years before that. Vanuatu in place now. KAVA. Cool. Yeah, but anyway, won't mention what's on the ground there. It's all about the details. Well, help the channel out with the, even just viewing the video all the way through, that helps. Helps the YouTube's algorithm. The Nova Unisex Hair Salon. Try and show the signage. Setting a new standard in hairdressing. Used to be Bestestimes. Yeah, Bestestimes used to have it. Remember, it used to be in near the Flamingo Cafe, where OPSM used to be on the corner of in Rankin Street there. Jump across here because there's someone coming. Out of respect. The old Innisfail family health. That is Chandler's and then Harvey Norman. And they moved to Ernest Street, yeah, Ernest. So where I mentioned before was the Street Cafe, Continental Cafe, Harvey Norman Music. Remember cheap t-shirt being down here somewhere too. And a pet store, bike shop. There's different places. There's a bike shop above the soup kitchen at one stage too. Not in the time of the soup kitchen, but yeah. Then you go back. Remember that being First National Bank at one stage. Yeah, First National they called it. And Northern Permanent. Remember this being Mag's Coffee Lounge. Yeah, Mag's Coffee Lounge. Mary Maganini. And the gift shop. Yeah, it was empty for years and then the gift shop. AM. Yeah, the sun's come right out. Looks like no rain at the moment. Denture Clinic. The locksmith, Innisfail workwear. I never see many people in there. Yeah, I don't know how well they do. Hopefully they do well. That's where Ray's barber's shop was for years. Vince Martin and Co solicitors. I remember there being a place that sold all, it's like Jill Stationery type of place. All stationery and stuff in here. And shout out to James. We were talking about this in the comment section of one of my videos. One of my latest videos at the time. Don Lane's Video World was right here. That's where I first saw it. Don Lane's Video World. And then it moved to Glady Street and become Plains Video. Yeah. When it moved, it opened as Plains Video. So it must. Yeah, it's raining. It's raining slightly. It's a sun shower. Slight sun shower. Saw the spots on the road and like, oh, must have rained. Put my hand out and yeah. It's the Gumloon Chinese restaurant. Vince Martin and Co solicitors. Yeah, I'm sure it was in there where the place that had all the stationery and stuff. I remember going in there a few times to get school supplies when some of the other places didn't have them. Hungry Jack's, where the Innisfail Hotel used to be, also affectionately known as the Zoo. And there was a music shop here that sold instruments and sheet music and all that type of stuff. Sort of, yeah, it was right here in the spot. Anyway, let's get around the corner so we can show in front of Harvey Norman and that sort of place for Ray and Tevia to protect the cameras, or camera, or microphone. Roscoe's, with that being a service station for many years. Violet's and Lace Nursery was there after Cyclone Larry for a while, and there was a seafood place. I think it was called Fresher Seafood. Hungry Jack's here, where the Innisfail Hotel used to be. And Ron and Dan's Butchery. Hungry Jack's drive-through and car park. Who remembers Innisfail Reception Lounge being just here, just up here? I'll show you in a sec where it was. Bunnings. It was the warehouse, Sam's warehouse. Other places before that. Hastings Deering. But yeah, right here. I'll just show this first. Yeah, right here was Innisfail Reception Lounge upstairs. I never went there. Never went in there. I'm sure a lot of people did. If you got any photos from in there, or even the outside of it, it'd be awesome to see. It's where Sud's Sisters, Laundromat and all that used to be, and yeah, Innisfail Downtown Diner. Yeah, there's a lot along here. Till Harvey Norman took over the whole lot. And then where Kayla's veterinary surgery was over there. I remember Donna's Mini Mart being along here somewhere. Yeah, Donna's Mini Mart. I remember I used to go in there sometimes. Buy skate and surf. Vape shop. Used to be Sports Stop. Alan Jerd shop. Remember Pizza House being over there, where Bedrock is. And the kebab place, table 39, or yeah, table 39, I think so. Hey, they've taken away the fence that used to be over there, next to the tobacconist, the smoke and vape shop. Yeah, Pizza House, and I remember a construction company having it for a while. I remember there was a bike store, same bike store that was in next to where Eagle Boys used to be. There's Harvey Norman. It's hard when you're on the same side of the road to show as much detail. There's a Coles trolley for history. Yeah, full-size Coles trolleys look like. You can get a bit of history out of these trolleys just by looking at like these little stickers. I don't know this one. You can still read it, but it gives you a bit of detail. Feel free to pause to read. Tells you the model number. I'm going to get a quick photo. I know people are going to look at me like I'm nothing doing it, because that's what people do. Hopefully that's clear enough. So you can have a gander, have a look. Masala bite, dine in and takeaway. Shutting the camera back out because it goes a bit weird, a bit wonky sometimes. There's someone jogging coming up, yeah. Yeah, masala bite, dine in and takeaway. Great Flavour of India was there for a while, and then they split and become two separate ones. Crazy colours that used to be up here. Good morning. See, you could do with a bit of fixing up or replacing. Sort of aluminum seat wouldn't go astray. Masala bite. Yes, aluminium, aluminum. No outside food and drink allowed. Fair enough. Yeah, I remember Chandler's used to do a Santa thing in here at one stage. Harvey Norman, sorry. Harvey Norman. In the pet store. Remember all this being a mechanic at one when I first saw it. when I first saw it that I remember, and then Crazy Clark's. So Kmart trolley has the same sort of stickers on the side. Got a bit of history of the trolley, when it was last maintained, maintenance and stuff. Get a photo like we do. So if you see the blue signage on the end, the blue sticker signage from a trolley, that's the Kmart one. And it's got all the blue writing on it, and the QR code and that. There's Vinnie's, and the new KFC. This is where Bedrock and Lee's Fruit Market and all that used to be back in the day, and Blundell's Video World. Yeah, Blundell's Video World. Pretty sure that was what it was called. Well, Blundell's Video anyway. Don Lane's Video World. The other one is Vinnie's. I remember that being CES, from Multi-Employment Services. So this was Prices Plus for a while. But before that, this was all Crazy Clark's. Crossing up here and go back down Ernest Street. We've done full detail of the other in the past. It's beside the Crown Hotel. Yeah, full detail of past the BP down to Subway and that came up. It's weird for me walking so slow, doing all this, but worth it. I remember standing right here and a bit further up and taking video of them knocking down the old Bedrock and that tropic cartridges and printing. There's a bit of history gone. Random, fairly new Woolworths trolleys. I've only had them about a month now. But I have one of those. I don't know if these have those stickers like the others. I don't see one. Doesn't mean it's not on the other side, but I'm not going to pick it up. There's Lily Street over there, where that car's gone down. So anyhow, I'm standing here, I press the button, there's no traffic in sight, yet I can't go. There's your BP. I mean, this KFC does look a lot nicer than the old KFC. It looks nicer than what used to be here in this spot. It's all part of the Innisfail history, the rich tapestry that is Innisfail history. Yeah, no traffic going through, yet I'm stuck here, and I've pressed the button twice now. Gives me more time to show this intersection, I guess. There we go. A lot of people, when they come from overseas and they come to Australia and they hear that tick, 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 tick noise of the walk signal and crossing signal and all that, I get really shocked because they don't seem to have that overseas. But I was watching a video the other day of a guy who's been riding an electric unicycle, one-wheel thing, from New York to Canada. And he went through this small town and he pressed on the button. Each individual intersection like that, where there was lights and the button and that, it actually said the street name as well. It actually talked and said the street name, which was pretty cool. Yeah. Couldn't tell you the name of the channel, I can't remember, but when it comes up I look at it, watch his videos. There's part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, part 5, part 6. I think there should be a part 7 soon, because he's not at, I don't even think he's at the Canadian border yet. But yeah, it's quite interesting to watch. Yeah, riding his unicycle, electric unicycle. sitting down, not standing up on it. KFC. Well, this tree will grow pretty big. They usually do. Maybe not the best choice to put in there. I mean, the flowers look nice. St. Vincent de Paul with Innis, as it says, and all that jazz. The bird cage in the window. Sale. Probably only fit like a budgie or something in there. Small budgie. Where we just came from. Outside of the Crown Hotel. It's got the Australia flag there for Australia Day. Pity there was no Australia Day celebrations I could go and get video of. There's the stuff at the pool, but there'll be too many children there. It's not worth it. If there was like a street parade or something happening down the Esplanade, it'd be a different story. Some grapes on the ground, smashed. Old hodgepodge concrete. There's the entrance to Bedrock Cafe. There's Dino in there. Dino off the Flintstones. Oh, well, that shows up anyway. If you see it along here, there used to be a fence. I remember on some of my videos, if you don't live here anymore, and there was a fence, a black fence right here. It was changed because there was another one back in the day, and then they put this one in. It was here, right along here, where that hole is all the way through. It's now gone. There you can see their camera's been trashed, sadly. Both of them. Yeah, that was Sports Stop way back. Not to be confused with Sports Look, that's up in Rankin Street. Some place. I should have left that bin further down outside Bedrock, or even further down. KFC, or another one, would be even better. Great flavour of India. Oh, they used to have a menu up here. It's changed. So there's a change. It's like a opening there where you could order coffee and things like that. That was short-lived, where you could get your orders and that. Indian groceries, just here. N-A-N-A-K, Indian Grocery Innisfail. I've never really seen anyone in there, but it must still do alright. That's where Kayla, the vet, used to be. Yeah, the great flavour of India. Cyclists in their little outfits, cruising around like they do. There's Ron and Dan's on Butchery. Hungry Jack's. Hungry Jack's only had half of that building at one stage, so trying to lease out the other side. No one. Oh, well, it wasn't the best spot for people to have another business with the drive-through in front of it. So, Hungry Jack's eventually took over the whole thing. Some of it for storage, some of it for extra seating. So I was wondering if this one's still here. Let's see. CREB. Underground electric cables. This one here. The history, and then the FNQEB. There we go. The PMG. Very primitive looking one. All part of history. And this PMG one here, these style. It's hard to get it straight the way this camera goes. Yeah, PMG. I was thinking of that one when I got further up. I wonder if that's still there. So I look back. Sure enough, still there. FNQEB one again, another one. A bit cleaner this one. Might be a bit easier to read for people. I do have an album of all this stuff. I think it's Look Down or something. And it has photos of all these that I found around town, including these ones here. Yeah. Ones that say the Northern Iron and Brass Foundry and all that as well. There's a water meter. And Telstra. Yeah, there's a lot of these that I found around when walking around and taking photos of. So feel free to check that out on old new Innisfail photos on Facebook. Definitely worth a look if you're interested. See what it was like. Those sort of things around. It's not raining at the moment, so I can continue walking along. So I've been recording for 61 minutes now. Some more cyclists. That's one of the ones I know. But she didn't look my direction, she usually yells out. It's a fire hydrant. Telstra one. Telecom, still got the old telecom symbol. Check that out. Well, we'll go down to this crossing down here and go across and go back up towards Coles. So I want to go to Coles when it opens, which is an hour. So I'll go up to Larson's, get my soft drink. Because they don't have an FPOS limit like the tobacconists do for buying a can of soft drink. Or a little bottle. We'll see. Another cyclist. There's a few of them all riding together. Show that, it's good to see. Out and about. Doing their thing. See people getting good exercise. Insects hanging around quite annoyingly. The bus stop. There's a bin just up here. I noticed this on the way past before. All this rubbish here, and all they have to do is just walk up to the bin just there and put it in there. Anyway, Anzac Memorial Park. Back towards town. Go across Edith Street, it's a bridge highway as well, this part of it. Bus stop if you're heading to Townsville, in that direction, south. Yeah, still got Christmas decorations up. It's down towards Cairns direction, where you go to Cairns, that is. Mobile 24 hour, etc. and Grundy Hill, Grundy Bend. Anzac Memorial Park signage. We're taking away both of these planters that were here. Remember one was knocked over if you watch my earlier videos. Yeah, this one here was knocked over, I think it was. Now it's gone. Completely so. Morning. Morning. Public toilets. And Innisfail Chemics. Over to Roscoe's and that, an AIDA. Okay. Here's someone saying something. Oh. Guy that walked past was before saying something to somebody over there. National Service Memorial. When I look at this, I recognise some of the names. People I've known over the years. Oh yeah. Pause to have a look. If you're watching on a TV, you might be able to see them. Some more modern ones, I guess when they pass away they put them up here. Like I say, pause to read because it's a little bit hard to hold the camera up like that on that angle. Here's a few names. Camera up for a sec so we can see a bit more detail. Straighten the camera up. While I take a few photos. Turn the camera the other way while I take photos the other side so you can see the side better. Okay. Sorry about the wonkiness of the camera, it's just the way it goes, sadly. These photos will end up on the end of the video. Once it turn out good, as always. Get one back a little bit further so we can see it. More detail. Okay. These plaques on the top, so you can read them at the end of the video. Respectfully. turn the camera straight ahead so we can see parks that are over the side too. There we go, you should be able to see that. Might be able to read it, but I've taken photos. Anyway, let's continue along. Towards the public toilets. Let's see. Look back. See what it's like. It's people that just yell out. Instead of walking across to people, they yell out. Full volume. Not a care in the world for anyone else. I'm trying to get the guy's attention, I guess, but sometimes people have huge conversation. Just yelling across the street. Anyway, it's across Ernest Street. This is Ernest Street down here. And that main Anzac Memorial Park, King George Gate, Memorial Gate. Be nice if they fixed up this sign here. Probably won't be able to read it, but I'll take a photo of it. Might be readable in photos, sometimes they are. And I'll put that on the end. Pause to read it. Yes, might end up being like a 2-hour video, but it's worth it for the future. Support the channel now to keep it all going. Just with likes, shares, comments, subscribe, all the stuff that costs no money. If you do want to donate to the channel, there is a PayPal link. That's the best way to do it. If you want to donate, that is. But never feel obligated to. Any money goes towards equipment and things, like memory cards, and towards different equipment to make the videos better. Yeah, we walked up here before. I'll show these flowers a little bit. I just like to show the beauty around us. Cloud formations starting to form up there from the incoming rain or whatever. The fronts of Vince Martin and Co, etc. Coles. Customer trolley return signage. Yeah, customer trolleys are not to be taken outside this car park. Well, yeah, I see them in the most randomest spots. Anyway, just gonna check to see if I've got enough change to get a drink, or I'll have to use my card while I'm at it. Camera this way so you can have a bit of a look across the road while I have a gander, take a look. But they've got a F-Pot's limit of $5. You got to spend $5 or more. The tobacconist. Ton of money buying a $2.50 drink. I don't really want to spend $5. Or say to them, you know, oh, we'll make it $5 so I can get my drink, or get 2 drinks or whatever. And to go warm fast, so in this heat. So anyway, let's go across. And we'll be back on when we come back out. Shown inside there a few times, so we don't need to really do that today. Back towards town. Different angle, different view. Towards the main part of town. I think all these leaves were here. I've come past before. Hey, good, thanks. How are you? Cool. Thank you. Most of them are fairly nice in there. One person that's not as friendly. Anyway. So 74 Edith Street was where Innisfail Family Health was for years, and Chandler's, Harvey Norman, all that. Now it's getting brighter, try a little bit more. Might go down Owen Street a bit more. Have a gander, have a look. Not looking at a dog. Got my drink open soon. Oh, so the camera goes up like that. It's just the way it works. Get the old drink open. I've shown where the ATM is. Just out of history and that, but people come and use it, so I don't want to have a recording when someone comes to use it. Change away. Yeah, some parts is very hard to show because there's a lot of people around. You know. There's someone coming to use the ATM now, I would say. Turn the camera around so it's not facing them. Nice to have a cold drink on a hot day. That's good. Anyway, let's move the camera onto the other side. You can see a bit more. A bit different. So we're not showing the direction of the people. Right.
So you got a camera going?
Yeah. But just been recording around town.
Oh, all right, yeah.
Yeah, I do that for history and that. Yeah.
You could do it night time, mate.
Yeah, I do both.
No worries, mate.
Yep. Yeah, I forgot a camera going. Right. Might give it a time lapse while I have a rest here. Okay, we're back and it's 7:52 a.m. So we might walk in here a little bit and then cross over, walk down Owen Street. Just had a fair bit of my drink, so this public holiday notices branch will be closed on the 26th of January for Australia Day. Fair enough. Understandable. So we're in Owen Street, like I said, heading down towards picnics. Show a bit of detail. We'll cross over just before the taxi rank so they don't think I'm trying to get a taxi, because I do get taxis. There's some more. There's this barbers here. Super nail salon. Arnold's clothing. Thai massage. Yeah, I'll cross over here. Taxi's just there. Cross before this truck. Into the middle. Oh. We're driving. So I'm going to turn in and park, but they decided not to. It's an Alex Centre. Across to the taxis. We've shown this in other videos just lately. In the windows of the Alex Centre. Yeah, go a different way through. But we don't always show. I did show this in a bit of a video the other day, but not walking down this part though. We might go up the lift. See how I feel when I get around there. Pardon the burp. So there's shoes up the top there. I don't know, you can see it up there. There's people are throwing shoes and stuff up there. This is a lot of graffiti. There's a chemist warehouse, back of the, what do they call it? The Asian store. And all that. Where the book centre used to be. Yeah, this here really needs doing up. It looks terrible. It's pretty bad for years. Could have had good lighting through here too, safety wise. Yeah, you used to be able to go through here, but I don't think you can anymore. I don't think that's locked. There was a time where this was open. Now it's got a chain on there. Reserved for rural medical imaging. Small car only. It must be the other side, not this side. because, oh, you can park over the top of that, I guess. Nothing there. Yeah. All right. There's a lot of birds come through here. Wow. Trying to show detail while I can. Yeah, I remember taking video here and photos and stuff. Right here, right here when they were putting in the travelators and that. You could see straight through when it was empty before the travelators were actually fully installed. Let's see what trolley this is, just out of interest, where it's from. It is a Bunnings trolley, and it's trashed.
Total 5 kilometers, 57 minutes, 47 seconds.
Yeah, it's very steep. It's crazy.
1,465 steps.
I'm not a big fan of walking down there.
112 beats per minute.
Alright, I might put the camera on the low light mode so we can see it a bit better. Under here, you don't get as flickery lights either. It's under the Innisfail Food Emporium. Under the Woolworths part. You see car park. Back on the other setting, you might be able to see the difference a bit better. Check this again. I know we showed it last time, where it still says warning center point shoppers only. It's for history. I think it's cool that that's still there. Old history needs to be preserved. I'd better see this one a bit better. Camera to adjust. Okay. Oh, sorry if I have to double tap to get the camera to adjust and work properly. Go to the right angle. All that. Yeah, I would never park a bike down here. Should be cameras down in this spot. But anyway. Yeah, this is where there used to be the video store, and then it became Skillshare and all that. Along this part where that lift to store is, or that section along there. I haven't been in this part for a while now. Trading hours and all that. Yeah, it's been a while, chocolate. There used to be a claw machine down here, where this PowerPoint is. Interesting. Interesting. There's the stairs that come out in there, delicious. Stairs. So the advertising here of the different businesses that were here. It's hard because the camera's not as wider angle lens as I would like it to be. I wonder if this one's an Otis lift. The other one was. Yeah, it's an Otis. Should have a machine number. See it there. 31F3655. Corner of McGowan Drive and Rankin Street. It says Innisfail Shopping Centre on it. Yeah, pause to read. Have a look. I'll put the time to do a photo of it before it opens. Might be able to. Quick photo of that sign. Level 1. I pressed level 2 just to see where it goes upstairs, but it wouldn't let me go to it. Must be reasons they have that blocked for people. Probably this hour till the things upstairs are open, the family law and all that. Just wanted to look out the thing and go stay in the lift, but just show it open to whatever's there. I know last time I did that there was someone sitting right there straight across from the lift. Like receptionist or something. So okay. Where are the cyclists doing their thing? Alright, so the outside of Noodleicious in the signage. Fromage. Or smoke that. All that jazz. We'll stop the video shortly. Anyway, thanks for watching. Just trying to keep memories alive for us for future generations to see. Check the links in the description if you want to donate to the channel. There's the PayPal link. That's the best way to do it. Bye.